Now wait a minute.
Up. It's Ron DZ Rondell, West Coast. I'm always West Coast. Man, former undisputed heavyweight champion and legend Iron Mike Tyson has a hit internet radio show called Hotboxin. Mike Tyson and his co-host, a former athlete, a white guy, both interview legends, celebrities, and athletes. I watched 3 episodes that were good. And in the 3rd episode, number 3 being my favorite number, Mike Tyson had on there boxing legend, 5-time world champion, gold medalist, my favorite number 1 fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard. It was a good episode. Now, Mike gets high. He smokes weed. He be blazing. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much carried this episode. Comparing the two, Sugar Ray Leonard fought the harder guys and beat them. You know, Mike Tyson didn't have a hard fight really until he fought Holyfield and Lennox Lewis. Those were the 2 guys that gave him problems the most. I mean, he did lose to Buster Douglas, but Mike really won that fight. It was a long count. He knocked him down, and the referee gave Buster Douglas a long count. But he was knocked out in that fight. It seems like Mike Tyson has more swag than Sugar Ray Leonard. I ain't gonna lie. Even though Sugar Ray Leonard was my idol. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson just, he's NY. He's from New York. And he had the Mike Tyson Punch-Out video game. And I started thinking about, what does Sugar Ray Leonard have? Sugar Ray Leonard had some Franklin boxing gloves I used to knock niggas out in Compton with. You know what I'm saying? But they would rip on you. They were like those tough wear Rocky Balboa boxing gloves. I had those, but Mike Tyson set it off with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. When you use Little Mac to knock out all those characters. Mike Tyson seems to have more personality than Sugar Ray Leonard in this interview. I know Sugar Ray Leonard said that he was a shy kid growing up and shit, but I think he's been still holding on to that. You know what I'm saying? I was like that too. I was shy as a kid. But Mike Tyson just has more personality. Like, he opens up more. First off, he's a boxing historian. He knows about boxing. I don't think Sugar Ray Leonard is like that, as much. Even though Mike smokes weed, but I've heard him time and time again in interviews, he got that squeaky voice, but he makes sense, and he leaves you with something more. He gets more in depth. Sugar Ray Leonard seems like he's trying to sound interesting. He's trying to be articulate. Like, he's trying too hard. That's what it seems like to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you had the choice to hang out with Mike Tyson or Sugar Ray Leonard, personality-wise, it seemed like Mike Tyson would be a better fit for you. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Leonard still do that kind of like, he'll give a standard answer, or it's like he's hiding something or closing up about somewhere. There's shame there. I don't know what it is, man. It's just that he don't sound like other athletes. He don't sound like Kobe. He don't sound like even Magic Johnson, man. He don't open up enough. He's been saying the same things decade after decade. I guess he want people just to know him as the fighter. I guess that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's still my nigga though. You know what I'm saying? But I've compiled a list of my favorite fighters. Now, I only have 5 favorite top 5 on my Everlast boxing list I created. And the other list is just my Reyes list of fighters that I like. Now, Mike Tyson ain't in my top 5. And I'm going to tell you why. He could have been, but Manny Pacquiao came along. Mike Tyson, I still can't forgive him for biting Holyfield's ear in that fight that they had. And he lost. So it's like, I'll never forget that. You bit a man's ear off. I can't respect you like that. You know what I'm saying? But he could have easily been in my 5 slot. My top 5 on the Everlast list is Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Muhammad Ali at number 3, my favorite number. Number 4, Michael second to none, and Manny Pacquiao. Mike Tyson is my 6th man. You know, he's on the other list, the Reyes list. He's at the top of the list. And then there's James Tunney and others, you know. But in this episode, Sugar Ray Leonard, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where he saw that Mike was getting high and he's trying to stay away from that type of shit. But Mike was comfortable with him. He was like, man, it was because you, nigga. You inspired me, nigga. He was calling him nigga and all that shit, trying to loosen him up. And at one point, the energy in the room, you can tell, it's like Sugar Ray Leonard is kind of being shy about something, acting timid. So that nigga, Mike Tyson took his hand and like did it like, I don't want to say in a gay way, but you know, sometimes if a nigga acting like a bitch in the room or acting kind of weird, you know, he'll say something and do his hand in the way. He was like, yeah, the Sugar Man, like that, to let him know, yeah, nigga, I know what's going on with you, man. You ashamed of something. I don't know what it is. You know, maybe it's because you think, you know, I'm better at this than you. This is something I'm better than you at. I can host the show. You can't, nigga. I could be like Ellen DeGeneres, nigga. You know, I think that's what it was. But both men have been open about child abuse. You know, they've been sexually assaulted as little kids. So I think Sugar Ray Leonard holds on to that shit more. Mike Tyson's like, fuck it, it happened. That was in my past. And that shit made me tougher. You know what I'm saying? But Sugar Ray Leonard seems like he holds on to that shit a little bit. Like he's shy about it and shit. And like, nigga, if you that shy about it, nigga, you should have never said nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Live your life, get counseling. You know, you was a hell of a fighter. You was a killer. You was willing to die in the ring. So stop that shy shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is funny. A nigga like RuPaul would look at Sugar Ray Leonard and go, nigga, what you being shy for, nigga? You ain't supposed to be shy, Leonard. Yeah. Well, Mike Tyson was saying all kind of shit. He was like, nigga, I was in a fucking boys group home, nigga, and I watched you fight Wilfred Benitez, nigga. You inspire me, nigga. He was talking to him like that. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Leonard was just looking at him like, oh, okay, you calling me a nigga. It was a good interview, man. I like Hotboxin. You guys should check it out. West Coast.